Hi, welcome everyone. This is our definitely awesome meeting with us four ladies here, and we're going to be talking about how to release pain in our body. But first, we're going to get started with fabulous Ursula, and she's going to lead us through a 5-minute meditation just to ground us and be here now. So take us away, Ursula.
Okay, and talking about breathing, what we're going to be doing today is a very, very simple breath practice called the humming bee breath.
Oh, awesome.
So, which is designed to calm your nervous system and bring you to the present moment. I'm going to explain that the way this breath work is that you're going to breathe through your nose, take a deep breath in through the nose, and when you exhale, you're going to keep your mouth closed. You're going to hum. You're going to cover your ears. So you take deep breath in. Mm,
Oh, I love it. Okay.
and just feel the vibration, whatever. And when you're done, take another deep breath in. Mm, and we're going to do that for 5 times. And of course, if you have to stop because, you get dizzy or whatever, stop. We're going to do 5 times, come back, do a couple normal breaths, and then 5 more times, and then we're done.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's sit up straight, our spine straight. And I invite you to close your eyes and put your hands, cover your ears. And let's take a nice deep breath in and hum out.
Um,
Deep breath in. Mm. Deep breath in.
um,
Deep breath in. Mm. Deep breath in. Mm. Now just let's take a couple normal breaths. One more time, cover your ears and take a nice deep breath in. Hum. Mm. Mm. 2 more and we're done. Mm. Last. Mm. Now let's just sit in stillness for a little bit and let your body do whatever it wants to do. Like I feel a little shaky. And when you're ready, open your eyes and voila. And this is so
Voila.
cool because you can do that. Like sometimes, when your mind starts going, you start thinking, just do it. Take a deep breath in and it just calms your mind,
Mm,
calms your nervous system. And it
mm.
only takes, you can do it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever. And that's it.
That was amazing. And thank you for bringing that in and holding the torch for all of us. I mean, because you're learning these new things and teaching it to us, you're creating that ripple effect. And so this is really, really cool. So humming on another level is all around really great for your body. It offers some mental health benefits, like it stimulates the vagus nerve and increases nitrogen oxide, and it opens up the nasal passages. So it helps you relieve stress, it enhances your mood, improves mental clarity and focus, and it helps you sleep better at night and having a connection with others. So, what I used to do, and I need to do it more often, is do the humming hug with a friend. Because when you hum, and you're connected with somebody, and you even if you hug somebody for more than 2 minutes, it creates dopamine and serotonin in your body. It creates all that happiness hormone. And then when you hug on top of it, amazing, right? So,
Just like
so
the
healthy.
cat's purr,
Yeah,
they purr, that would be like kind of a hum.
yeah,
And I hug my cat and I'm like,
yeah,
I
hum.
do that noise and it's just that vibration. It just feels
Yeah.
so good in your body.
Vibration. Yes, it opens up your chakras and it releases pain and inflammation too. So that is so perfect for today's topic of how to release pain in your body. It's just amazing. So welcome everyone. Tammy, Ursula, Joyce, I'm all happy that you're here today. So thank you for doing that meditation with us. And so let's talk about it. So how to release pain from your body. So helping people with their thoughts and emotions, and of course, very much is much like the Tao. So releasing pain in the physical pain in your body can offer some awareness in your day-to-day life. So when you're doing the dishes, for instance, which way are you scrubbing it? Are you scrubbing it clockwise or counterclockwise? You're slowing down and being in the moment. Is the temperature hot or cold? How does it feel on your fingers? Do you like that feeling? Or do you not like that feeling? So it kind of gets us in the moment. If you can, whatever you're doing, be in that moment and do the breath work too. Like, I'm focusing on cutting the lemons, I'm focusing on food. Like, it's really interesting when I used to drop things and bump into things all the time, and I didn't know why. And it was because my mind was so scrambled and I was always thinking about something else and I was never in the moment. So it's really nice to be concentrating on that, because when you're not in the moment, things happen, like you spill things, you drop things, you put things happen to drop on your feet, or you break a leg or something. What were you doing? The reason that causes the pain is because we're not being in the moment. We're not focusing. So whether you're having a cup of coffee or you get into a car accident, no matter whatever's happening in the moment, to have the self-awareness, and having that moment and that self-awareness heightens your sensitivity. So we focus on our thoughts and the deep breathing, and that removes pain from your body. So let's figure out, let me show you how that is. So is there anybody that is having pain in their body? Anybody? Joyce, Ursula, Tammy, does anybody have any pain in their body?
A little bit on my right hip.
Okay, a little bit on the right hip. Okay, anybody else? Headache, joint pain, anything like that?
I just feel tired.
Okay, feel tired. It's nice to get, even just doing breath work increases that energy in your body and gets all the oxygen to your brain, and that gives you more energy as well. So let me show you how this works. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus just a minute or two on that certain area. So maybe for you, Joyce, creating more energy, and for you, Ursula, focusing on the part in your hip where it hurts. And then what we're going to do is we're going to breathe consciously for about 10 seconds in, and then 10 seconds you hold it, and then 10 seconds you let it go. And then we're going to be focusing on the energy or the chi. And that when you're focused on that chi energy, then that will help whatever pain you have in your body um, disappear, because you'll be focusing your mind on that, like laser focus on just that pain. So, and the importance to focus your energy on that one spot is, is focusing on that and not trying to get away from it, not like going and have a drink because you're in pain, or go take drugs or run away from it. It's just be in the moment and focus on it. And then the awesome thing is that you can even call in your angels or God and have them take care of it for you. You don't have to hold on to that pain. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead for the next few minutes. I'm going to set the alarm for 1 minute, and we'll focus on that pain that's bothering you, and then do the 10 in, breathe in for 10, and then hold for 10, and then release for 10. And I'll set the timer, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So 1 minute from now, let's go ahead and take a deep breath and focus on that pain. And hold for 10. Release for 10. Breathe in for 10. Hold for 10. Release for 10. Okay. All right, come back to this moment here. How's everyone feeling?
Mm.
You want to share? Anybody want to share what that was like for you?
That was
Yeah.
nice. Cuddling with my cat.
Nice.
Oh,
Feeling that hum.
Mm-hmm.
They're so amazing. Why do you think this works? Does anybody have an idea of why you think this works?
There's just such peace and stillness. Like you create space for something else to come in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Anybody else? Why do you think this works?
well, because we're focusing on our breath,
Mm-hmm.
and we know the pain is there, but we're not focusing on the pain as much as, just the 10 10 seconds, or the breathing, the holding, so we kind of like distract ourselves
Mm-hmm.
from the physical pain. And I've become aware of how powerful our hands are. That's why, energy work or whatever, so I put my hand on the side, and it felt nice and warm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, that
Mm.
sounds amazing. And you can even rub your hands together.
yes.
When you rub your hands together and you place them somewhere, it's really, really hot. So it gets that chi in there. But why this works is the breath works. It increases the oxygen. So the flow, so a lot of times when you're stressed, you know how you forget to breathe. And we have short, deep breaths because we're so stressed, that when you take time to just take the deep breaths, then you will get more oxygen into your brain, and it will make us feel better. I was really surprised that during this 6 car pileup accident I got into a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't upset. I wasn't nervous. I didn't hurry up and jump out of the car. I didn't freak out. Like, I sat there and I took some deep breaths, and I'm just like, okay, well, this is what's supposed to be happening to me right now. And I was so calm and it was so helpful because then I was like, okay, who do I need to call? And where's my insurance? And what do I need to do? Instead of freaking out, because we freak out, we have less breath, we don't know what we're supposed to do, we get emotional, we cry, we get lost in the future or what happened in the past, and we forget the moment. So it's really, really great to have all that focus, awareness in our body, and put the attention on because wherever we our attention goes, the energy flows, which is really great. And the attention warms us up, kind of like a tea, warms up the body and allows the inflammation to break up and the energy to flow because our energy is warm and it creates the energy. So then we feel better. So it's kind of like have being in a room of a whole bunch of people and everybody's on their phone and texting. I've seen this happen so many times at the restaurants, even, romantic partners, they're not talking to each other, right? Everybody's on their phone. But when you take the time to pay attention to somebody and you give that focus on them, then it kind of warms them up. It gives them the conversation is on them. The conversation is nice. It's better than scrolling on the phone, and you have that nice human interaction, which is great. And they feel energized and they feel so good. It's nice to have that one-on-one conversation with somebody. In this day and age, it's changing, especially with our kids and stuff. It's all about text, and it's kind of interesting. So again, wherever we put our focus and our energy goes, the energy flows and it actually breaks up the chi in our body and the inflammation dissipates. Because like Ursula said, you're focusing on counting and being in the moment instead of, oh my gosh, my everything is hurting. So taking some time to be still during that and focus, our body really is a miracle and we have all the tools that we need. And most of it happens in stillness. When we can be still, we can focus our energy on wherever we hurt, or when we can be still, we can have questions answered. When we ask a question in deep stillness, most of the time you can hear a solution or an answer that comes to us, and it's pretty cool. Nobody taught us how to run this human body, and the more we are aware and the more tools we have, the more we learn. It makes life better. So, anybody else want to chime in?
When we get all in our head, like let's say what happened to you, if you're like, oh, now my car, we start projecting and all this, and so the solutions are not going to come in because we're all in the thoughts of this all these negative thoughts. So once we, like I've been doing that, I've been like, and when I see the thought coming, the worry, I'm like,
Yep.
like three breaths, and I'm okay. The mind calmed, and then you move forward, and the solution is right there. You just
Yeah.
when you get in your head, you don't see it, but there's always a solution.
Absolutely. And a lot of times people, when we might want to help and say, just calm down and take a deep breath. Well, if people knew that what happens behind all that, like knew the benefits of doing that, then they might stop and do that. But a lot of times people are like, oh,
They get mad. Yeah, it's like
they get in
don't
the
tell me to calm
ego.
down. And
Don't
that
tell
was
me to
me in the
calm down,
past.
take a breath. Yeah,
Don't tell me to calm down.
that's right.
Don't tell me to. That was me. It's like you don't tell me anything.
That's right. You tell me, right? So people don't want to hear that. But if you tell the benefits, like you share your story, oh, I used to be so upset, but this is what I learned, and you say it in a calm, soothing way, then you're able to help that person calm down. And it's kind of cool, when we do know the benefits of it, like the benefits of the humming hug. So I invite all of you today to go and do a humming hug with somebody because it really is cool. I remember the first time somebody taught me that, and it was the most amazing thing ever. And then when you have a whole bunch, we got into a big group of like 12 people and everybody was hugging each other. And then we did a hum. Oh, it was so amazing. So, so amazing. And I haven't done it for a long time. And so it was a great reminder because I was in this hugging community when I was in Portland. And even the little girl that I used to take care of. She was 5. I taught her how to do the humming hug, and she thought it was the coolest thing ever. And she shared it with her mom and her dad and her sister, and even the mom came up to me. They were from India. She even came up to me and she goes, "Oh, I love that you shared the humming hug. We do it all the time." So,
Actually, I'm going to share it with my granddaughter. That's
yeah.
great. And also the tone of the humming, as I was, learning, is like, you can hum. The lower is the deeper, the calmer.
Yes. Yes.
That's going to calm you down faster than.
Yes. Yes, that is interesting too because I knew that when I went to go take care of the kids at the church, when they were upset, I would hold the babies and I would hum, and they would lights out. It was so so cool, and so everybody always gave me the kids, and I'm like, oh yeah, let them have
You
me.
have the magic touch,
Oh,
Summer.
yeah, come on, let's hum. It was so really cool because we are all energy and vibration, and we don't know how to do that kind of stuff. So it was really, really cool. And with the kids, they're unconditional love, and they will hold you and hug you for as long as you want. Whereas sometimes with people, especially after COVID, people push you away. So many people don't want to embrace the hug for more than 2 minutes because it's a long time, and it gets weird, especially if you don't know somebody, or even if you do, if they're not used to it. But then after they get used to it and they feel how awesome it is to give you a hug, then it's really, really magical. So I invite everybody to do that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So awesome. Anybody else want to say a few last words before we close it down? We have 3 minutes left.
I'm gonna do it with my boyfriend, and he's gonna say, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Just hug me."
And invite him to hug too. I mean,
Yeah,
hug too.
he probably
Because
will.
at first it's weird, especially if you haven't, like, how many times have people just hummed before? There's videos that you can watch that are all about humming and what it does, and it's really cool to watch the videos and hum along. I've done that too. It's like, wow, this is so interesting. Our body is just this amazing vibrational tool. And yeah, it's really neat. And then you know all the benefits of it, and it just is so great. So,
And I would say, like I used to be, my hugs were very light, but
yep,
now after my awareness or whatever, I just like hug, like strong hug, like really feeling it, not
yeah,
just a light hug, just like, and some people
yeah.
are like, what's wrong with
Right, right. What's wrong with you? I know. I used to do that with my daughter all the time. I gave her hugs, 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 hugs so much. But then they get to a certain age where they're like, oh, Mom, gosh, just let me go. They just get interesting. But wouldn't that be so great if we could teach our kids this too? And then they know the benefits of how exciting it is to do the humming hug. Or anybody that's feeling sad or down or just needs something. It is just really, really cool. I remember after the car wreck, I went and talked to the guy that was he was the one that caused it all. And he was a young kid, 22 years old, had 5 kids, and he looked at me and he said, I know this is kind of weird, but can I have a hug? And I'm like, absolutely, let's hug it out. I
Oh,
mean, what we need more than ever is a hug and love, especially after that, because everybody was yelling at him and all pissed off and angry, and right, things happen. He said, I lost control of my mama's car, and I pressed the brakes, and it locked up, and so when we hugged for a long time, and I just thought that it was interesting that he came to me and asked me that. And I thought, well, that's my vibration. Like, he knew that it was safe to have a hug, and I was open to it. And Yeah, I mean, gosh, we need that, especially in because there was 6 people involved and 3 of them ended up going to the hospital. I was so grateful that I wasn't one of them, because I had the top down on my car. I mean, he could have, and I could have been, not on this earth anymore. Who knows, right? Only God has the plan. So,
Yeah, but I hate to say this, but I used to be at the mindset that, yeah, somebody hit rear end me, so I can like, ow, ow,
yeah,
and then I can collect the whatever, a lot of people on their they don't really need to go to the hospital,
yes.
but they,
Oh,
so
well, this one was pretty bad. Like, even I was the one that had the less damage, but anyways, I didn't go to the hospital until the next day. Then I started hurting. I was like,
yeah, you should be
yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that now. But yes, you're right. There's a lot of people like that. Oh, it was his fault. And you never know if people have insurance or not. But
right, right.
yeah. And the last thing they're thinking about is, oh, can I give you a humming hug? Let's just hug it out. Let's do some ohms in a circle here and pray for
Do they know each other? Is this a setup?
what's wrong with these people? Why are they so happy? We just got in an accident. So yeah, it's interesting. But all right, everyone, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'm so grateful that you're here. And thank you, Ursula, for lifting us up and bringing in the humming hug. Well, the humming, and then
Humming breath, the humming breath, and you got the humming hug.
yep, and here we are. So amazing. Well, thank you. We'll hope this works out for you, Tammy. I'm glad you're here too, and
Thank you.
we'll go
Yeah,
ahead
that was
and
great. I love the hug. That was a great timing.
yay.